If you need 5 B2B clients fast, this is exactly what to do. I've generated over $60 million in pipeline value for one of my clients in under 30 days using this exact approach, and these have turned into systems that generate predictable results. I've also gotten 9 new interested buyers in under 7 days for one of my clients by using this exact same approach with a list of under 1,000. This is going to be really straightforward. I'm not going to take up a ton of your time with this, so I'm just going to jump right into it. A lot of people focus on the wrong thing when it comes to this. If you want to get more clients, the first question you have to ask yourself is how many sales calls are you taking? The answer is probably none or less than I want to, because you wouldn't be watching this video if not. Now, the question you need to ask yourself is, why am I not booking any sales calls? And let me tell you what the answer is for 98% of people. If I asked you today, how are people finding out about your product or service? What would you say? Are you doing any organic? Are you doing any paid ads? Are you sending any messages to people? Are you doing any outbound? Are you doing anything to get the word out about your product? And if you are, then it's clearly not enough. Now, sometimes the answer is that your outbound isn't good enough or the channel doesn't work. For example, if you take an ad out in the newspaper for your SaaS product and you don't get any purchasers, yeah, it's not gonna work. But that's just common sense. Most of the time, it's because you are not sending nearly enough volume. Most people, honestly, go and will send 3 or 5 messages out on LinkedIn and they'll call it a day. You need to be sending 30, 50 messages a day. You need to figure out a way to get it out to that many more people. Seriously. I used to send out a couple hundred emails a day and I'd sit and wait and I'd wonder why I was only getting a call or so a week. Now I send 2,000 to 5,000 a day per client. You need more shots on goal. You need more volume. You need to hit up your total addressable market faster. You need volume. The reason you don't have clients is because you don't have calls. The reason you don't have calls is because you are probably not sending nearly enough volume. You are sending 10 or 30, under 100. You should be sending thousands of touch points a day. That's why B2B email marketing is so powerful. It is the most efficient, most scalable, most targeted way of getting to your ideal client profile at scale and relatively cheap. Now, if this was so easy, if this is so common sense, why haven't most people done it? Well, most people don't know how to do B2B email marketing campaigns. It takes skills to run paid ads just like it does for B2B email marketing campaigns. You need to train and get good at this. There is a lot of technical know-how. You need to know a lot of things about email setup, domain warming, about what tools to use, how to build lists, where to get lists from. Sometimes you need to go and hire a developer and you need to tell them how to scrape a database for you. You have to get crafty. It's not easy. But if I'm being honest, most of the time, the issue is not that they don't know how to do paid ads or that they don't know how to do B2B email marketing campaigns. It's a step before that. They don't even realize that they should be doing it. They are relying on word of mouth. They get enough business coming in through referral every now and then for them to think that it's just good enough. Whatever they're doing right now is working well enough. So the next time they see someone that is offering a service to help expand their marketing, they look at it and they go, well, I've gotten all these customers for basically nothing, just being me. Why would I go pay several $1,000s and get someone else to do this new marketing thing? I've been fine up to now. My answer to that is, do you want to grow? Because every business on the planet eventually invests in marketing. Or you don't, and you just grow slowly or not at all. Because what happens when you rely on referrals or word of mouth is that you are basically hoping that you get lucky and you stay lucky. Do you want to know how to take luck out of the equation? How to negate it and guarantee success? How to know for sure if it's going to work or not? Message every single prospect in your entire market with your offer. Do you think if you do that, that you will get a signal as to whether or not your offer is good? Do you think after that, if you message everybody in your market, do you think a couple people might respond and be interested in working with you? And then guess what? After you get all those customers, that whole referral thing you were talking about it before, you can tap into that and then suddenly you're getting referrals from a bunch more customers that you already got. Now, if you're serious about doing this, you're serious about getting into B2B email marketing, there's a couple things you need to know because I've done these for businesses that are expecting some kind of wild result from email marketing campaigns, and you need to temper your expectations. For one, if you send several thousand emails, it is not unusual to send several thousand emails and get a couple interested responses. People think that sending 1,000 emails to 1,000 people means they're going to get like 1,000 responses or like 500 responses. You have to be giving away gold for that to work. In reality, Just not the case. It's gonna take a lot more touch points, just like it takes you 7 times after seeing the same ad for you to go to the website and check something out. There are things that you can do to help boost your reply rate. Things like some personalization, things like improving your offer, things like technical setups so you land in more mailboxes, things like better positioning. Those are things that people like me do for your company so that you don't have to think about it. You just take the meeting and sell. Now, I talked about cost before. A lot of people ask me, how much does it cost to send mass volume? Here's the thing. It depends on how much you're sending, and it depends on how quickly you want to send it. Obviously, the more you send, the more data we'll have to pull, the more mailboxes we'll need to set up. That said, for the amount of reach that you get with a B2B email marketing campaign compared to like paid ads, your reach per dollar is far more efficient when you spend it with B2B email marketing. Obviously, at some point, you optimize the algorithm and you send it out, and it'll eventually find the people that you're looking for, but it takes time for the algorithm to learn, and you need to have a script for it, and you need to have descriptions, and you need to have a new video and creatives and someone to manage it. Versus email marketing, it is one reliable channel that every enterprise uses. There is not a single person that works for a company that does not have an email. Now, let me recap real quick. If you're wondering how to get 5 new clients for your B2B solution, and you aren't doing thousands of touch points a day, then my first advice would be find a way to do thousands of touch points a day before you rule anything out. The fact of the matter is there's only a couple ways to market when it really comes down to it. It's outbound, inbound, referrals. If you're most companies, you're probably relying on some level of referrals, but then there's outbound. Outbound is everything from cold calls, LinkedIn messages, emails, paid ads. Inbound is when you create enough content and enough demand from advertising out in the world that people start coming to you. That takes a long time to develop. So if you're most companies, you're doing outbound. Once you've determined what you're going to be doing for your marketing campaign, if it's paid ads or if it's email, there's always more you can do to optimize your campaign. You can personalize, you can do reply management, you can have follow-up strategies. But before you get into any of that optimization, you just need to get more touch points out the door. That's it. You just need more volume to start. There is no method of outbound today that is nearly as efficient, has the reach you need, and as cost effective as B2B email marketing. If you want me to run your B2B email marketing campaign for your business, then book a call with me. There's a link in the description, and I will help with everything from list building, domain and mailbox setup, and even campaign positioning. Book a call, and I'm looking forward to talking to you.